Hey again, guys. So I had a request from a follower of mine on my Facebook page, and he asked if I could show my 1971 football cards. And I had been wanting to show these for a while, and it's Sunday, so why not? I had, I had some football cards growing up, and I had traded them off on two different occasions. Once I traded my neighbor my football cards for this giant coin collection he had. I don't know why all of a sudden I had a small interest in coins, but that just certainly didn't last too long. And he had an older, like, half brother, and he had acquired all these cards from like 69, 70, 71. And at one point, I was interested in those, so I ended up buying his whole football card collection. And then in like the late 80s, maybe early 90s, I went through what a lot of us go through, um, where you kind of decide to focus on something because you have too many cards and you're kind of all over the place. And I had traded my football cards to a friend of mine for his baseball cards. I decided I was just going to focus on baseball cards. So then I regretted that, and I slowly started acquiring football cards again. So I guess that means that I had, a later start for my football cards, but I have quite a large football card collection now. So let's look at some 1971 football cards, and I'm glad to look at these because I haven't looked at them in a long time. And I'm just pulling them out of the box and kind of refreshing my memory on what I have. So we'll start off with the Terry Bradshaw rookie card and the Joe Green rookie card. And here's the Gale Sayers. And I have a beautiful Johnny Unitas. And a beautiful Dick Butkus. Dick LeBeau. Ray Nitschke. And I had an opportunity to get a higher grade. I think it was a 7 for just slightly more money. But for whatever reason, this card spoke to me and I wanted it. I just love the look of it for some reason. Got my feng shui thing going again. Lance Allworth, great receiver. Lamar Parrish. Matt Snell. And John Frenchie Fuqua. This guy was a real character. He used to wear high heel platform glass shoes with live goldfish in them. He did rush for over 200 yards on a Monday Night Football game once. And before I show some more, they had these game cards, of course. There's a Johnny Unitas, Dick Butkus, Terry Bradshaw, O.J. Simpson, Joe Namath, Gale Sayers, Lenny Dawson, Fran Tarkenton, Andy Russell. I got another stack, but we'll go back to the main cards. Here's an autographed Bobby Douglas. Mercury Morris rookie. Willie Lanier, I think that's his rookie. Marty Schottenheimer rookie. Actually, I think that's his only card. Jim Kick rookie. They had 3 backs on the Dolphins. What was it? Mercury Morris and Larry Zonka, right? O.J. Simpson. I always loved this card. I remember as a kid, I was just fascinated with this card. You know, when you're growing up and you see you're young and you're seeing the players play, and then you find an old card when they were young and they look totally different. I don't know, for some reason I was enamored with that. Joe Namath, Bart Starr, Lenny Dawson, Deacon Jones, Mike Curtis, good linebacker. I watched a special on ESPN Classic about him. It was awesome. Bob Greasy, Larry Zonka, Bullet Bob Hayes, Paul Warfield, Sonny Jurgensen, Fran Tarkenton, Andy Russell, Willie Wood, Terry Hanratty, Roy Jarilla before he came to my Steelers, Bobby Bell, Chuck Howley. Now this guy, isn't he the only football player to win the Super Bowl MVP on the losing team, I believe? Craig Morton. Of course, I remember him with the Broncos, watching him. Bill Bergey. And I remember him with the Eagles. A miscut Bob Lilly. Mick Tingelhoff, Hall of Fame center. Chris Hamburger. Nick Bonacotti. Earl Morrall. Here's a checklist. Freddie Bolitnikoff. George Blanda, Jim Hart, John Mackey, Mel Renfro, Larry Brown, Floyd Little, Tom Dempsey, Larry Wilson. I guess he's credited with being kind of inventing the safety blitz. They used him, I think he was the first safety they really blitzed a lot. Jackie Smith. Jim Butler. Kenny Houston, John Brody, Alex Karras, Don Maynard, Alan Page, Merlin Olsen, Leroy Kelly, oh, already showed one of those. Mike Phillips, Tommy Nobis, Nobis, Gene Mingo, Greg Landry, Gene Washington, Spider Lockhart. Spider was one of the first football cards I ever got. I don't know why I remember that so vividly as a kid. Emerson Boozer. Ed Obradovich. Man, some great players in this set. Great players in all the sets. Norm Snead. Garo Yepremian. I think he was a good kicker. Johnny Robinson. Jim Johnson. Leroy Jordan. Zeke Barkowski. George Coons. Steve DeLong. Fred Cox. And I'm going to finish off with Bruce Gossett. Although I have a bunch more. Those are the highlights of my 1971 Topps football cards. Show some more game cards here. I always like the inserts. It's always funny how they carry so much less value. You know, this, essentially the Terry Bradshaw game card is a rookie card. At least from his rookie year. So, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.